Obviously, a massive step for you today, announcing that you're basically coming out as a
Gay guy.
You're a gay guy.
Uh-huh.
How massive a step is it? How difficult and massive a step has that been for you?
Well, it's kind of taken me my whole lifetime to actually be at this point of actually knowing who I am and being okay enough in myself. That's actually I'm acceptable as a human being. And the reason that I'm coming out is because otherwise you're living a lie, and also I'm famous. So kind of your life is you're kind of subjugated by fame. So if I do this, then you know what, I just want to know people to know, everybody to know, like, you know what, this is who I am, and that's, then I'll know exactly where I stand with everybody.
You mentioned it's something that you've had to wrestle with for a long time. Just how long do you think it has been since when was the first time when you first realised that you were a gay man?
Well, I actually personally realised it about 6 years ago. It opened in my mind. But obviously I must have known it longer than that, because people have said I knew it longer than that when I was speaking. I can't remember speaking. Obviously, you know, I've been in and out of mental institutions and telling staff there that I can't even remember those incidents of saying that.
You alluded there to your time in hospitals getting treatment. Do you think this is the next step in making a more full recovery, the fact that you can be open with yourself and open with the public about your true self?
Well, in a lot of ways I see this as a train has actually arrived at the last stop, whereas I can actually say, you know, this is who I am, and be perfectly at one with that. Thing is, I can't control other people's reaction. All I can say is, this is who I am, and this is the journey I've had to be where I am right now, and being honest with people. And I've no control over what other people react, but most people, like friends that I've told, and some people in the public I've found out, are like, and we don't care. So I've not really had any real negative reaction.
Obviously you were married with your two sons to your wife. That must have been a very, very difficult conversation to have, first and foremost with yourself, having to realise you were going to come out, and then having to have that conversation with your wife, your parents and your children. What was the build up to that like, and was it relief once you had the conversation in your own head?
Well, the whole conversation of it, really the most important thing is, because everybody else is adults and they can just take it whatever, but the most important thing is my boys. And I'm actually very fortunate, because most gay guys don't end up having kids, so like, it's very fortunate how it turned out. But this wasn't going to happen until they were okay with it, and they're thinking, you know what, we can actually handle the situation.
And you said the reaction from your family and friends has been pretty overwhelming, and very understanding, and very much a case of they're just happy that you seem to be true with yourself and are moving on, trying to improve your life.
That's how it has been, and I think I actually needed that that reaction from people to overcome my own image of how people would react. I was always expecting the worst possible reaction. People wouldn't speak to me again like that because of my own upbringing. But actually, the opposite is quite true. And every time somebody goes, "No, we don't care," so it's like, the same person you were yesterday, then that has all contributed to me making the decision that, you know what, I'm just going to actually just be honest of who I am, and then it's like, just move on from it. There's nothing hidden. It's just like, there, that's me.
You've been in the public spotlight for the past couple of decades, won numerous awards throughout the country, throughout the world, a household name throughout the world. You've had well documented personal health problems. You now seem to be getting your life back on track. What's the future for Graeme Obree? You obviously finished cycling professionally. What's the future, short term and long term, for yourself?
Well, the future for me now, I've actually got this. I've kind of got this as like getting this off my chest, like there. And there's everybody on the planet that knows me is going to know, oh my goodness, will be people go, oh, that's a shock. But after that, then you know exactly where you stand with people. And what I want to do is use my life experiences. Fundamentally, I've always fancied being a writer. I might not be very good at it, but I've written a biography, but that's a different type of writing. But it's had great acclaim. And I really want to carry on that writing process. I've almost finished the training manual, which is basically no holds barred, not tied to any promotions or anything like that. Just say it as it is, because there's a whole lot of nonsense out there to sell products, basically. So I'm writing this training manual like right on the ground, like basically, like the basics of what you need to do. Old school, mainly old school.
Graeme, are you hoping that in doing and coming out and speaking so openly about your sexuality that it may encourage other sportsmen and women who find it difficult to talk so openly about their sexuality because of the high profile nature of the business?
Well, being a high profile person was obviously an influence in coming out, because obviously there is this element of the fame aspect, and then the world of Twitter and mobile phone cameras and everything else. You can't just freely go about being a gay guy without expecting to be like out on Twitter and getting talked about. And so we're thinking, just do that. And it's taken a while to get to this point. The other point of it is, if I feel that I've got to hide away, that only endorses the idea that I'm unacceptable. So if I go, well, this is who I am, then it means that other people can feel free, because the Welsh rugby cap, the ex-rugby captain, came out, and he was pretty much positively received. And I'm thinking, there's so few gay sports people have come out at all. With the Olympic Games, there was only something like 7 openly gay people out of thousands of athletes. So I'm thinking, well, why not just come forward and say, that's who I am? And then if everybody did the same thing, then there'd be a more liberal society, and then it would change what remains of a view of being gay and to be a sports person. Because there's a definite feeling that, you can't be gay and do sport. I think it's partly because there's a public perception that if you're gay, you're somehow weaker than other athletes or less able than other athletes. Like if you, for example, the Welsh rugby captain, if you said there's a gay rugby player, you think, he's going to be the guy that's going to be kind of just, he's going to be the wee fly, the wing, he's going to be the guy that's not going to be as rough and tough as the other guys. There's a public perception, you'd assume that. So I'm basically doing this to overcome these social ideas, and also more than anything for myself, you go, that's me.